All right, let's get right into it. Microsoft SharePoint users, you need to hear this and you need to hear it now. We're talking about a massive cyber attack that's hit government agencies, schools, hospitals, and huge companies all over the world. This isn't just some small hiccup, it's a game changer that could put your most sensitive data at risk. And here's the kicker. Even if you've patched your system, you might still be in trouble. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, why it's so bad, and the critical steps you need to take. Stick around because the full details on how to truly protect yourself, even after a patch, will be revealed at the very end of this video. You don't want to miss that. So, what went down? Hackers discovered a brand new secret vulnerability in Microsoft SharePoint server software, the kind of flaw that's so new even Microsoft didn't know about it. We call these zero-day exploits because there are 0 days for defenses to prepare. This particular hack is publicly known as ToolShell, and it's been unleashed in a massive coordinated attack campaign. Imagine a building with a super secret hidden backdoor that no one knows about, not even the people who built the place. That's what a 0 day is. The bad guys found this secret door in SharePoint and they've been kicking it wide open. This isn't just a threat, it's active exploitation. Cybersecurity experts, including the Australian Cybersecurity Centre and the US Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, CISA, issued urgent alerts because they saw these attacks happening live. This isn't theoretical, it's real, and it's happening right now. Now, let's be super clear. This attack only affects on-premises SharePoint servers. That means if your organization runs SharePoint software on its own computers, physically in your office or data center, you are at risk. If you use SharePoint Online, the cloud-based version that's part of Microsoft 365, you can breathe a sigh of relief. Microsoft says the cloud version is safe from this specific hack. But for everyone else running their own SharePoint, this is your wake-up call. We're talking SharePoint versions like Server 2016, 2019, and the subscription edition. These systems are central hubs for sharing files, collaborating on documents, and storing critical information for countless organizations. That's why this is such a huge deal. So, how are these bad guys breaking in? This particular hack allows them to run their own malicious code on your SharePoint servers without needing any password or login. Think about that. They don't need to guess your password. They don't need to trick an employee. They just walk right in. This is called unauthenticated remote code execution, and it's as bad as it sounds. Once they're inside, it gets even scarier. They're not just looking around, they're taking full control. They can access all your SharePoint content, including file systems and internal settings. They can also spread across your entire network, moving from SharePoint to other connected Microsoft services like Office, Teams, and OneDrive. All your sensitive documents, your private conversations, your entire digital life at work, all potentially exposed. But here's the truly terrifying part that makes this different from many other attacks. The hackers aren't just getting in, they're stealing your secret digital keys. These aren't like car keys. There's special codes that SharePoint uses to verify legitimate users and services. When they steal these cryptographic keys, they can impersonate users or services, essentially creating their own fake super admin access. This means they can make your system believe they are legitimate, even if you try to lock them out. And this is the worst part. Even after Microsoft releases a patch and you apply it, these stolen keys could still allow the hackers to get back in. It's like changing the locks on your front door, but the bad guy still has a hidden master key they copied from the old lock. This is why simply patching isn't enough to fully evict them. They've established a foothold, and it's a persistent one. This hack isn't just impacting a few random targets. Early reports confirm that dozens of organizations have already been compromised, with scans revealing over 85 affected SharePoint servers globally. These victims include U.S. federal and state agencies, government bodies in Europe, research institutes, universities, telecom companies, and energy companies. This is a widespread, high-impact campaign that poses an unprecedented risk. Microsoft is thankfully responding quickly. They've released emergency updates for SharePoint Subscription Edition and SharePoint 2019 to block these new attacks. If you're running these versions, you must apply these updates immediately. But for those still on SharePoint Server 2016, Microsoft is still actively working on a patch, meaning you remain vulnerable. So what should you do right now if you have an on-premises SharePoint server? Apply the latest security updates immediately. If you use SharePoint Subscription Edition or SharePoint 2019, get those patches on your system right away. Enable Microsoft's anti-malware antivirus integration. This is a built-in security feature that helps your antivirus software scan for nasty stuff. Make sure it's in full mode and running with strong antivirus like Microsoft Defender. This should help prevent unauthorized access. Deploy Microsoft Defender for Endpoint or similar top-tier threat detection software to catch anything that might slip through. If you cannot enable AMSI or apply a patch, you have one drastic option. Disconnect your SharePoint servers from the internet. Yes, pull the plug. It's a band-aid fix, as one expert called it, but it's crucial to prevent further compromise until a real solution is in place. A false sense of security here can lead to a full network takeover. Check your servers for signs of compromise. Look for a specific file called spinstall0.aspx in a particular directory. Microsoft has even provided a query for their security center to help you find it. If you find it, assume you're hacked. And engage professional incident response teams. If you suspect you've been breached, don't try to go it alone. Get the experts in to assess the damage and clean up properly. Hackers can leave hidden tools and modifications that survive reboots and updates, so a deep forensic investigation is key. And now for the most critical step that many organizations might miss, the one I promised at the beginning, you must rotate your SharePoint server ASP.NET machine keys. Think of it like this. Your system's master keys were copied. Even if you patch the hole the hacker got through, if they still have those copied keys, they can get back in. By rotating them, you invalidate the old stolen keys, forcing the bad guys out. This isn't just a recommendation. It's absolutely essential for a full recovery if you've been compromised. This needs to happen after you apply the patches or enable AMSI. This whole situation is a stark reminder. In today's digital world, you can't rely on old security methods. A single flaw can expose your entire operation. It's like a digital pandemic, and you need to vaccinate your systems. So what's the takeaway? If you're running SharePoint on your own computers, assume breach. Act fast. Patch, enable your defenses, and if all else fails, disconnect. And most importantly, rotate those secret digital keys. Don't let these hackers stay in your system after the storm passes. If you found this information helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more urgent cybersecurity updates, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out when the next big threat emerges. Stay safe out there.